Yo, what's good, YouTube? It's your boy 6 the 6 Gaming Channel. I am back with another SoulCalibur 6 character breakdown guide video for you, and this time it's all about Maxi. And I know this video was supposed to been come out since maybe last week, but I don't know. I've been going through some stuff in my personal life, and I haven't been on the video making content creator mode. But I'm back, and I gotta show my fans who've been waiting on this type of content. I gotta help you out, and I'm gonna try to start putting out more character guides way faster than possible. I'm at least gonna try to hit one every week, if not two. I'm trying as fast as possible. This takes a kind of a process. I'm probably gonna live stream the character breakdowns or something. I don't know how I'm gonna do it, but I'm gonna figure a way out. But without further ado, let's get on to the video. So the first one we're gonna talk about is AA for Maxi. So Maxi AA is 22 damage. It's a natural combo, so this is a 12 frame punish. It's a high, so as you can see, you could duck the move. And his AA puts you in right cross. And also, I made a whole stance guide video. So if you haven't seen that video about Maxi and all this stuff, go make sure you go see that. But yeah, his AA puts you in right cross, as you can see. And you can go from whatever you want from the stances from there after you're in right cross and do whatever you want from there. So yeah, so AA, which is high horizontals, leaves you in right cross. The only thing is, if you block an AA, you're able to interrupt the right cross mix-ups after that, and you can even do it up to 14 frames. And it seems like you can even beat out the right cross mix-ups with 20 frames as well. So, do not let your opponent bully you with this on block. So, to stop yourself from being interrupted, you go into your pure 7 stance and your neutral guard stance, which we learned about in the Maxi stance guide. So, you got to check out the Maxi stance guide. Make sure to go check it out. It will teach you all about the stances. I'm not going to be covering the stances extensively in this video at all, because I've already made a guide already. So, another thing about AA is that it is safe on block. So it's one of the only moves is -2 on block. So it's one of the only moves that leaves you in a stance that you're able to actually guard after. And it's +12 on hit. So if your opponent tries to retaliate with anything after getting hit, they will get beaten out with right cross K. And right cross A would trade with 10 frame moves, and not too many characters in this game have a 10 frame move. So you're pretty much going to be beating out everybody else with right cross A and right cross K. So keep that in mind. So next one we're going to talk about is forward A, and forward A leaves you in right outer. And forward A is a horizontal high, is 16 frames on startup, and is +6 on hit, -2 on block, and then like I said, leaves you in right outer. So I just showcased that leaves you in right outer. So the thing about this move is that even though it says is -2 on block, which means it's safe, you cannot block at all after you use forward A, because you're stuck in your right outer stance. So for you to not get interrupted at all, you have to use one of your pure 7 or neutral guard stances to not get punished. And then it's a guessing game, because if you guess wrong between a high or a low, you can get hit. So keep that in mind. So forward A puts you in right outer, and it's +6 on hit. So you could interrupt your opponent with a couple of stuff like right outer A, but nothing too big. You could also interrupt your opponent with right outer B, and you can get a combo from there. But when you hit with forward A with a counter hit, you're +16. So you could do whatever you want from there, as you can see. So the next move we're going to talk about is down forward A. It's a mid horizontal attack that's 20 frames on startup, and it leaves you in behind lower. So that's really, really good. And it's +12 on hit. So you're in behind lower, and supposedly it's +4 on block, but since you're on behind lower and you're in the stance, the most you can get off to interrupt your opponent is behind lower A, and it will trade with a 12 frame move. it would definitely get beat out with a 10 frame move, but luckily not too many characters in the game had 10 frame moves. So behind lower A would definitely trade with a 12 frame. And if you don't want to get interrupted at all, you could go into your pure 7 stance or your neutral guard stance. And if you make the right read, you could auto GI your opponent. So that's really, really good. So 9 times out of 10 with Maxi, when you're going to do a move that puts you into a stance, 9 times out of 10 you're not going to be able to guard right after, even though the frame data says you're safe. You're not safe at all because you're stuck in a stance. So you're going to have to do one of these things to keep yourself safe. So now moving on, we're going to be talking about down A. It's a special low horizontal. There's nothing too crazy or fancy about it. And then you have down back A, and it's 28 frames. And it leads you into left outer, and you can easily, like, you can block this low. And as a follow up, which is down back AB, and you still in left outer after the B attack. And yeah, after you block this move, you're negative. You block the low, you're negative 14. And even if you try to do the follow up, you can get interrupted by a wild rising attack. Keep in mind that you might jump over some wild rising attacks, but a lot of cases you're going to get punished. But as I showcase here, if you actually do hit with the move, you're able to get a follow up with left outer B. So keep that in mind. And this move would trade with 12 frame moves. Well, no, actually it doesn't. I lied. Yeah. And even if you block left outer B, it says you put them in full crouch, and it says you're in +4, but since you're in a stance, that's kind of negated. So your opponent can actually basically punish you if you try to do something, but some moves will clash, as you can see. So the next move is back A, and back A puts you in behind lower, and it's a high horizontal, and it's 24 frames. And if you was to hold the back A, it'll put you into right outer. So just regular back A push you into behind lower, hold back A push you into right outer, as you can see on the screen. So keep that in mind. So after that, moving on, we have back AA, which is a high mid, and it's 24 frames, and it's negative on block. And then you have AAA, which is a high mid, and the third hit of that leaves you in behind lower, as you can see. And you can go for whatever mix-ups you want from there, especially if it hits, because on hit you're +17, so there's not much really your opponent could do from there. And the last hit, I believe, is, yeah. So what am I showcasing here? Alright, so you have your back AAA, and like I said, you're in behind lower, so you could do whatever you want from there, especially if it hits. If it hits, your opponent cannot interrupt you at all because you're a whopping +17. So anything is basically guaranteed if your opponent's trying to attack right out of that after getting hit. Anything is guaranteed, so keep that in mind. Now, if your opponent blocks, the third hit of the back AAA can get GI'd or critical or reversal edge. So definitely keep that in mind. That's very, very big. Now, the one good thing about this move is if your opponent has like a short reach and 12 frame move, it's kind of hard to punish this move. So yeah, but it definitely can be punished if they 12 frames has some range. Then you have back AAAB, and this is a high mid. The last hit is a vertical, so you can sidestep it, I think. And it knocks down. It gives a stun knockdown. And it's -16. If I could showcase this right, you could definitely punish it. So as you can see, you could definitely punish this move. So keep that in mind. So the next move we're going to talk about is back AB. And back AB leaves you on left outer. And it's a high. And it knocks down. And so yeah, as you can see, it knocks down. And what I'm going to showcase here, oh yeah, so the second hit cannot be GI'd at guard at jails, so that's pretty good. And even though it's unsafe, it gives a lot of pushback, so it's pretty safe. So keep that in mind. The only thing is that since it leaves you in left outer, you can't block immediately since you're a left outer, so you gotta go with the pure 7. You gotta go with the pure 7 on neutral guard route. But since it does a tons of pushback, a lot of the times your opponent's gonna whiff the attack and you can hit them with the follow up. But as you can see right there, you could definitely be punished if your opponent has like an on point long range move. Now the next move is back AB back, and this is a high mid move, and it leaves you in left inner, as you can see. And the same thing is, it's 24 frames and knocks down on hit. If it's blocked, you can easily get punished. Even though it says you're safe, you're not safe because you're still stuck in the stance. So you have to go into your pure 7 or neutral guard auto GI, so you will not get punished accordingly. So just remember that. So next we have full crouch A, and it's pretty standard, nothing really special. 12 frames. Then you have down forward AAA, and this move is a low. It's 28 frames of startup. The last hit of the down on full crouch down forward AAA, it leaves you on right outer. It says it's safe on block, like it's neutral on block, and it's +8 on hit. Next move we have is Wild Rising A. This puts you on left inner. It's 80 frames. And yeah, it puts you in left inner. So that's pretty good. And from there, if you want to keep yourself safe, you just go into your pure 7 neutral guard stance. Then you have jumping A. Jumping A is 40 frames. It's a high crush, as you can see, or sorry, a low crush, and it puts you into the right cross after. It's only +2 on hit, so you don't have a really big advantage after that. So keep that in mind. So yeah, that's pretty much it for all the horizontal, standard horizontal attacks. So moved on to the vertical attacks. You have your standard B, and this move is 16 frames. It puts you into right outer stance, and if it hit, it's +14 on hit. So if it hits, you can immediately block. It's a quick move, pretty quick mid vertical move. And if it, as you can see, you can even trade with a right outer K if it hits. Now on block, to not get interrupted or anything like that, you go into the pure 7 stuff, as you can see. But yeah, this move is +6 on hit, so you're able to interrupt your opponent with at least at least a 10 frame move or anything with a 12 frames. You can interrupt it with a right outer B or a right outer A. So that's really good. So keep that in mind. So the next move we're gonna be talking about is the 4B series, and you got 4B, 4BB, and 4BBB. So it's the 4B is and 4BB is mid. The last hit of the 4BBB is high, as you see, and the last hit of that knocks down. Now the second hit of 4B puts you into the right outer stance. And the first 2 Bs are a natural combo. The third hit is not a natural combo. But then this 4BBB is a counter hit natural combo, or counter hit combo. So keep that in mind. So another thing is that you cannot sidestep to the right, the second B, but you can sidestep to the left, the second B. So also keep that in mind. What else we gonna show? And you can also GI the second hit of the 4BB. So keep that in mind. So you could GI it or reversal edge. So keep that in mind. Now this move is pretty unsafe on block, but it does cause pretty good pushback. And if you got 10 frames, you have 10 frames, you will trade with the second B. But anything slower than 10 frames, if you try to press buttons in between the first and second B, you will get hit. So keep that in mind. And like I said, after the second B, you're in right outer. So if you don't want to get punished at all, you have to go into the pure 7 neutral guard stuff to not get interrupted or anything like that. And if you block the third hit, like I said, you're pretty unsafe. You have some pushback to it. So just hope that your opponent doesn't have a long range move that can punish you, but you are negative 28. So moving on, we're going to be talking about down forward B. Down forward B is his 20 frame launcher. It puts him into right outer stance. And as you can see, if you block this move, you're definitely punishable. Definitely punishable, as you can see. Yeah, it's negative 19 on block, so you can easily get punished. But the one good thing about it is that you can use a neutral guard stance to not get punished. If you can make the right read, even though it's negative 19, you can go immediately into your neutral guard and auto GI the move. Same thing with pure 7. You can do pure 7 depending on what you think they're going to punish you with. Next we got down B. It's 14 frames. It's a low crush. It's a high crush. Sorry, it's not special, not too special. It's pretty good. Then you have down back B. Down back B is like a little quick low move. It's 16 frames. It puts you into right outer stance. Then you have back B. Back B is a mid. It's 18 frames. You're plus 18 on hit. To avoid getting your, it says plus 8 on block, but you can be interrupted. So avoid getting interrupted, you gotta go to a pure 7 neutral guard stuff. Moving on from there, you have quarter circle 4B, which is a mid. It's 24 frames. It's a low crush. As you see, it jumps and it puts you into left inner stance. It's plus 6 on hit. And not to get interrupted, you go into your pure 7 neutral guard stuff. Moving on from there, you got full crouch B. It's like a little uppercutting move. It reminds me, it's a high crush. It's 14 frames. Then you have your wild rising B. Wild rising B puts you into left inner stance. It's 12 frames. It's plus 8 on hit. And yeah. Then you have your jumping B. Your jumping B puts you into left outer. It's 30 frames. It's a low crush. It's plus 2 on hit. It forces full crouch, and you're stuck into left outer stance. So to avoid being punished, you gotta go through your shenanigans from there. Moving on to the kick. So you got kick, which is a high. It's 12 frames. Then you have forward kick, which is another high, and it's a horizontal, and it's 20 frames, and it knocks downs on hit. Then you have down forward kick, which is a medium. It's a horizontal. It's 14 frames. Negative and safe on block, plus 4 on hit. Then you got your down kick, which is a low. It's 16 frames, punishable on block, negative on hit. Then you got your down forward kick, which is a low again. It's 20 frames, punishable on block. Then you got your down forward A, which is a low, high, mid, 20 frames, plus 13 on hit, and you're put into left outer stance. So keep that in mind. Then you got your down back KB, which is a low mid. That's 20 frames, and it puts you into right outer stance, and it's basically a launcher, so keep that in mind. Then you have your down back kick, which is a low. It's 20 frames, and it's negative 12 on block, so keep that in mind. Then you got your back kick, which is 20 frames. It's a high. It's a horizontal, so they track side steppers and knocks down. Then you got your quarter circle forward kick, which is a mid. It's basically all mids. It's negative 14, 26 frames. It causes a little knockdown, and yeah, there's not much you get off of it really. So moving on, you got your full crouch K, which is a then you have your wild rising K, which is a 20 frame move, If it's blocked, is -12. Then you have a follow-up from there, which is a medium high, which is Wild Rising KK. And as I'm going to show, you could block. Actually, I thought you could block the medium. You could block it standing and duck the high, as I'm going to showcase. So if you want to punish this move, this would be how you punish it. If I can showcase it fast enough. So yeah, if you want to punish this move, boom, you just duck the second hit. And you get a Wild Riser punish from there. So keep that in mind. Alright, so now we're going to talk about the dual button moves. So you got your A+B, which is break attack, 36 frames, is neutral on block. Surprisingly, it causes, you guys see, it causes a wall splat. Surprisingly, it's only neutral on block, but yeah, it causes a knockdown, so on and so forth. Then you got forward A+B, which is 16 frames. It causes a knockdown. It is -10 on block. Then you got down A+B, which is a low natural combo. If the low hits, then it's good. That's causes a knockdown. It's 30 frames. Only thing is, so as you can see, it's a low high. So you block the low, you're good. So keep that in mind. So next move from there you have is your forward A+B. This is 32 frame launcher. There's -16 on blocking. As you see, you can start a combo. That would be the combo you get with that move. So another thing about the move is that you cannot interrupt. If you try to press buttons in between, you can get interrupted. But it's not. It's weird because you can't auto GI as well. I mean, you can't guard impact it. So it's a gap where you could get hit by the second hit, but then you can't GI it. So as you can see, it is negative on block. It's -15 on block. So keep that in mind. Or 16, sorry. So keep that in mind. Then if you hold the forward A+B, it becomes a break attack. As you can see, it becomes a break attack. And it's still the same launcher. So keep that in mind. And if you block the first hit, the second hit is automatically guaranteed. So keep that in mind. So then you have up A+B, 41 frames. It is -9 on block, and it is a low crush. So yeah, it's pretty good, and it forces on full crouch as well. So what am I showcasing? I can't remember what I was showcasing. What I was trying to showcase? Oh yeah, the Fury attack. So I can't do it my damn self, so that's why I'm showcasing it. So this is B+K, BBBA, and this is the move you get if you do the timing correctly. The startup on the move, it's a launcher. Well, I think it's a launcher. And the startup on the move is 20 frames. So yeah. So next move we're going to talk about is 4B+K. 4B+K is a mid attack. It's 18 frames on startup, -14 on block. It's not a natural combo, so if you block the first move, you will, I mean, if you get hit by the first move, you can block the second move. But it is a counter hit combo, so yeah. And also, if you hit with the forward B+K, you can cancel it. And once you cancel, you go into right cross. So, yeah. So to keep yourself safe, you could cancel with the guard. But actually, you don't keep yourself safe when you do that because you get put into a stance and you can't block while you're in the stance. So you have to go with the Pure 7 neutral guard stuff. So, yeah. But if it hits, you can launch. It's like a mini launcher. You don't really get much off of it. It's just a good mid. And it does have some pushback to it, but as you can see, you could definitely get punished. Even if you, as you can see, even if you cancel the move with the guard, you can still get punished. So yeah. So the next move we got is down B+K. Down B+K is a low attack. It's 22 frames. It's -18 on block, -8 on hit. And then you have back B plus K, which is unblockable. It's a mid. Is of course 64 frames, so it's very, very slow, and it's a vertical, so you can easily sidestep it. And you have full crouch down forward A plus B. This move is a high. It is 16 frames. And then you have Wild Rising B plus K, which is a mid, and this is 26 frames. And after you do this move, you're put into behind lower. Same thing for the full crouch A plus B. You're put into behind lower after that. But moving back to the Wild Rising B plus K, you could cancel this move, as you can see. And when you cancel it with the guard, you're put into right outer. So keep that in mind. Cancel to right outer, and you can do whatever you want from there. So yeah, that's an okay move. It's all right. So moving on, we're gonna be talking about 8-way run moves. So you have 4 forward A. 4 forward A is a high horizontal attack, which is 20 frames. Then you have what is this? Yeah, so then you have down A, and this move will put you into left inner, and it's 24 frames, and it's a mid horizontal attack. And when you hit like a wild like an 8-way run opponent, it does a counter hit stance. And as you can see, when you can do it in reverse by pressing up A, and when you press up A, you get a way bigger combo, and all that combo right there is guaranteed if you hit them while they moving, while they in 8-way run. So that's really good, and it's safe on block when you do it up. Now moving on, you have back A B, which is a high mid. It's 20 frames. Is unsafe on block. The back A is -14, and the back AB is -22. But it does back AB does leave you in right outer, so keep that in mind. Then you have 4-4B. 4-4B leaves you in left outer. It is a high. It's 18 frames, and it causes a knockdown. And on block, you're on left outer, so you have to go with the PR7 neutral guard shenanigans not to get punished. Then you have 4-4B back, and this is 18 frames as well. It puts you in left inner stance, and so on and so forth. So now you basically have down forward B. Down forward B is 28 frames. It has some high crushing properties to it. It's a mid. It's a launcher. So yeah. And it puts you into behind lower stance. So keep that in mind. Then you have down forward BA. And basically it goes into the down forward B, but then cancels itself into an A. And it's a high. And it puts you into a right cross stance. So keep that in mind. It's an okay move to catch your opponent that's sidestepping. Then you have back B. Back B is a high crush. It has tremendous range, as you can see. You're mainly yeah, it's pretty good. You're gonna be using it in combos like that. Also you're gonna be using it to like high crush over some moves, and it leaves you in right cross stance. So that's really good. It's 24 frames and it's safe. It's not really safe because it could be interrupted, but you can go into the pure 7 stuff. Then you have down B. Down B or up B is a vertical mid attack. It's 20 frames. It's pretty good. Then you have 4-4K. 4-4K is a high crushing move. It jumps. Then you have sidestep K. And then you have follows from there. You have sidestep K, then sidestep KK, then sidestep KKK, and you activate that. So the first move is a low, the second is a mid, as you can see. And if you was to just frame the third K, which I'm trying to do, but yeah, also as a counter hit, it's not a counter hit, it's not a natural combo, but if you hit with the first K as a counter hit, it's going to sweep him off the floor, and the rest is a counter hit combo. So keep that in mind. So it goes low mid, then low mid high for the third hit if you get it on point. If I'm trying to do it, I'm messing up a little bit, but eventually I'm going to get it. There you go. So the third hit is a just frame move, and it knocks down. So that's really, really good. Let me see if I can do it again. Trying again. It's the timing for me is a little bit off because I don't do this move as much, but it's okay. If you can get that counter hit with that first sidestep K, you're good, bro. Then you have back K. Back K is a low crush, as you can see. It says is +2 on block as well, and it causes a little stun knockdown, so that's really, really good. Then you have full forward A plus B, which is a mid. It's a horizontal mid, and it's a natural combo, and it leads you into right outer stance, so that's good. And if it gets blocked, you can go into your pure 7 neutral guard stuff. Then you have full forward A plus B, and the second hit, it will make the second hit a break attack, as you can see, and it'll force them into crouching. And then you have down forward, B plus K. And this move it has some high crush properties as well. It looks like it could be a launcher, but it's not really a launcher. And it's not down forward. You can just do down forward, or forward. But you're mainly going to use this move like as a combo ender like that. That's pretty good. This move is -12 on block, so it could definitely be punished, right? As you see, with 12 frames, it could be punished by 12 frame moves. So keep that in mind. You could try to catch it at the tip, but 9 times out of 10, you're always going to be able to punish this move because it leaves them like right there. So it's 12 frame punishable. So just keep that in mind because that's very, very huge. You got to be able to punish that move. All right. So since I already have a video talking about Maxi stances, I'm just going to go over real quick all the stance moves and stuff like that. So you have AK. The startup of A is 14 frames, and this is a natural combo. I think it's a natural combo. I'm not too sure. I believe it's a natural combo, or maybe not. I don't know. And then you have AK, and you hold the K, and you can turn the K into a break attack by holding it. And this is a high mid. Then you have BBK, and this is not a natural combo at all. I know that for a fact. But this is a mid high. The third hit is a high. And this first B is 18 frames. So yeah. So you have BB. BB is a natural combo, but the K is not a natural combo. It's a counter hit combo. Then you have K outer right outer, and this starts up at 24 frames, and it's +4 on block, and it knocks down. So keep that in mind. Now you have your left outer stuff. So you have A outer left outer. You have AK. This is not a natural combo. Then you have BK. BK is I don't think it's a natural combo, but it's a counter hit combo. So AK, going back to AK. AK is 32 frames. BK starts off at 16 frames. Then you have K, which starts off at 20 frames, and it causes a stun on hit, and it's +4 on block. Now you have your left inner stuff. So you have A outer left inner, which is a high in 18 frames, and it causes a knockdown. Then you have B outer left inner, which is a mid, and it's 16 frames, and it's a vertical, and it causes a knockdown. Then you have K outer left inner, and you have KK, which starts off at 30 frames. It's a low crush. It starts a combo, as you can see. And the second kick of left inner, when you hold it, leaves you at +1. So moving on to right cross. Right cross A is 22 frames, and right cross AA is a mid high. The second hit is a break attack, and it leaves you in left inner stance. And when you hold the second hit of the break, the A, it leaves you in left outer. Then you have AB, which is a mid-mid, and it's negative 16, but it causes a knockdown on hit. Then you have B out of and then B leaves you in left inner. And then you have K out of right cross, and K is 18 frames. So it's the fastest move you can do out of right cross. So moving on to behind lower, you got A, which is 16 frames, and left and behind lower. Then you have B, which is 22 frames and leaves you in right cross. Then you have B hold and behind lower, and it leaves you in left outer. Then you have KK, which is a low high, but it's a natural combo, so if the low connects, it automatically continues to finish it off. And this is 24 frames. Now you got your neutral guard stuff. Out of your neutral guard, you have neutral guard A, which is 16 frames and it's a low. Then you have neutral guard B. Oh no, I'm still showing on neutral guard. Yeah, so now you got neutral guard BB, which is 20 frames. And it's a mid-mid. I don't believe it's a natural combo. And when you hold the second B, you can go into left outer, while the original leads you into right cross. So keep that in mind. And then B by itself puts you into left outer as well. Then you have KK, which is a natural hit combo. If you get hit with the low, you get hit period, and it's a 22 frames. And you can also do your critical edge out of neutral guard, and it's 13 frames startup, so that's really good. And this is the 7-star fury stuff out of your neutral guard as well. So now you got your pure 7, just showing off that you can do pure 7. Yeah, you can do it forward and backwards. And that's that for the stand stuff. I have a more in-depth guide for the stand stuff, so go watch for the guide. So moving on to the soul charge stuff. So we have back AAAB out of soul charge, and on block it's a break attack. Then we have quarter circle forward A out of soul charge, and it's punishable on block, so keep that in mind, but it's a low. Then you have forward A plus B, and forward A plus B on soul charge, leaving you left inner, and it's a break attack. Then you have right outer A plus B, and it leaves you into behind lower, and you can follow up for a combo with behind lower KK. Then you have right outer B A plus B, and right outer stance, and this move is not a natural combo at all. You could block in between, so keep that in mind. But it is a counter hit natural combo, as you can see. So yeah, keep that in mind. Then you have right outer A plus B, and A plus B causes a little mini combo and hit, and you can follow it from left outer BB. Then in left outer and soul charge, B A plus B basically is basically the same properties as the right outer BB A plus B, so keep that in mind. Then we have right cross AB, and then it puts you on left inner, and you get the follows from there. And then you have right cross A plus B, and these are both break attacks, as you can see. Right cross AB and right cross A plus B are both break attacks, so keep that in mind. And then you have behind lower KK, as you can see. This is a break attack as well, and it's a natural combo if the low hits, but you can definitely it's a low high, so keep that in mind. Then you have Maxi's critical edge, and this is just meter stuff I'm just showing right now. And this is what Maxi critical edge looks like. His critical edge is pretty good. It's 13 frames, and it has tons of range, and it has a cancel to it. When you hold the critical edge, you can cancel it. Now a raw critical edge no hold does more damage then a cancel on critical edge combo. I don't think that was the case before, but I think that's the case now. Before, I could have sworn the critical edge, before the patch, I could have sworn the critical edge hold did more damage combo wise. But within a combo, as you can see, this is what it looks like within a combo when you just do the critical edge and you don't cancel it. And this is how much damage it does when you do cancel the critical edge. So keep that in mind. And this is also just showcasing the range of this move. This is a great whiff punisher. As you see, it's very, very good for whiff punishing. So keep that in mind. So yeah. So moving on, we're gonna be talking about the lethal hit stuff. So yeah, down forward A. This is when the stamina guard is low. That's how you lethal hit with down forward A. This is basically A plus B lethal hit. This is basically when a person's doing a critical reversal edge or a guard impact. This is the 7 stars fury lethal hit, and you do this by I think the way it goes, you cycle through all your stances and then you're able to do that. This is 4 for a B lethal hit. You just gotta hit them as a revenge move. This is back B lethal hit. You just basically high crusher move and you catch them with that. Now everything else after this is basically like as you cycle through your moves. Left outer K is a lethal hit, so you do pure 7 stance, cycle through left outer K is a lethal hit. Then left inner KK, when you break the guard and the second hit hits with the K, that's a lethal hit. Then you cycle through the stance, right cross K is also a lethal hit. And then you cycle through the stances with pure 7, and behind lower B is also a lethal hit. Cycle through the stance behind lower B and you hold B, it can put you into another stance. Then neutral guard A is a lethal hit. The second you win the second round with A, and the reversal edge is also a lethal hit, as you can see. And you can also put yourself into behind lower, which is pressing 1A. And if you hold A with the second when you win the second phase of reversal edge, you could go into right outer as well. So you keep that in mind. Those are all lethal hits. When you win the second round with B, you go into a lethal hit and you're gonna end up with left inner. And when you win the second round with K and reversal edge, it's a lethal hit as well. So yeah, those are all the lethal hits. But yeah, that's pretty much the end of the road of this video. SoulCalibur, what to do with character guide video of Maxi. Like I said, I didn't go too much crazy in depth with the stances because I did that before in another video. So if you haven't seen that video yet, please go check it out. I really go in depth with the stances in that video. This video is more so about punishment, frames, stuff like that. But yeah, hopefully you was able to learn something new in this video. If you was able to learn something new, please like the video. I greatly appreciate it. I will be trying my best to be dropping more SoulCalibur 6 videos more on a regular, or just upload it in general. I'm gonna try my best to upload more in general for you guys, because I know y'all enjoy my content. But anyways, if you're new to the channel, please subscribe, check out some of the past content, make sure to hit the notification bell to get alerted every time I drop a new vid for y'all. Also, if you want to help support my channel in any type of way at all, make sure to go to check the description box to do so. But anyways, hope all you have a nice day. Peace.